12 months ago today, I was on the bus on the way to school. I was depressed, broke, and would spend all day trying to pretend that life wasn't happening by hiding behind YouTube videos all day, every day. On that bus journey, I started imagining a vision of what my dream life would look like. And surprisingly, I didn't picture Lamborghinis and mansions. Instead, I pictured having an incredibly fulfilling relationship with an amazing woman. I pictured spending my days obsessively working on something I was incredibly passionate about. And I imagined being incredibly physically healthy and incredibly mentally healthy with no insecurities, a lot of confidence, and a completely tranquil mind. Just 12 months later, that vision that I dreamed of has come true with a scary amount of precision. I'm in a relationship with the most amazing woman I've ever met. Like, seriously, she's actually incredible. I make a living through my YouTube channel where I talk about the things that I love to talk about. I don't have a boss and I can work from wherever I want. And I've worked on my mind and body so fiercely, so intensely that I feel unstoppable. Now, for complete transparency, I'm not claiming I know everything, but I have, and I know that I have a lot of my life ahead of me, but I do have a two-step system that me and my clients have been using that will let you close your eyes, picture your dream life, and then make it come true. And all of that will happen surprisingly quickly. And in this video, I'm going to reveal that two-step system to you. You see, there's a quote that goes, "When you put your foot on the gas in life, the car moves forwards." But this quote is not true. The number of men that can honestly say, the more effort I put in life, the closer I get to my goals, is very, very small. And the truth is that when most men step on the gas pedal, and by that I mean put more effort into life, the car may or may not go forward. And if it does go forward, it may or may not go in the expected or desired direction. Even men who do succeed in getting the car to move forward end up falling back into old habits as soon as the motivation fades. For many men, this is the horrifying reality that they face. They read personal development books and watch YouTube videos, for example videos about the philosophy of Stoicism, hoping that they'll stumble across one piece of content that will change everything in their life. But they never find it. It just doesn't exist. And they create plans for how they will change their life and promise themselves that this is the time that things will change, only to end up forgetting about the plan or just straight up not doing it just a couple of weeks later, landing them back exactly where they were before they started, only now with a little less self-confidence than they had before. Because only people with a predictable system for moving their life towards their vision can say, "When I put my foot on the gas, this car moves forwards." My name's Andrew Kirby, and in the next few minutes I'm going to share exactly how myself and my clients have installed predictable systems for creating a compelling vision that drags you towards your dream life, and how we transformed ourselves into people that easily reach our wildest dreams, and how you can do the exact same thing. I'm also going to share with you the biggest mistake most men who are interested in Stoicism are making when it comes to transforming their life. Number 2, the 2 things that people that have incredible lives do that 99% of the population do not. And number 3, the simple, proven, 2-step system that will instantly change your life and how you can get this system today. Now, these are the exact same strategies that I used to flip my life on its head in just 12 months, from broke and depressed to living a life of passion and mind-blowing experiences. You see, over the past few months, I've been committed to helping a group of the most incredible men on this planet who are ruthlessly committed to 2 things. Number 1, manufacturing a life of success and fulfillment and impact. And number 2, having a lot of fun in the process. So if you're someone who's into personal development and you're looking to have a predictable way to close your eyes, imagine your dream life, then making that world come true, then you're definitely in the right place and you're going to love what I'm about to share with you. Now, the top 3 people that I work with fall into the following categories. First of all, men who are interested in philosophy and want to live a life of virtue. Second of all, Men who know that they aren't reaching their potential, feel a little lost, and are unmotivated. And number 3, men who are stuck in a loop of trying to make positive change in their life but keep falling back into old habits. One of my clients, James Nicholas, started working with me a couple days after he got his A-level results back, and the results told him that he wasn't going to get into university. He had a Chrome extension on his computer that tracked exactly how long he spent on different websites, and during the time he was meant to be revising for his exams, he saw that he was watching YouTube for an average of 8 hours a day. And he said that he knew what he was doing and he really wanted to stop, but he just couldn't help himself. And then Jimmy started working with me, and now 4 months later, he's a yoga instructor with 4 different employees and hundreds of personal clients. In his own words, he said, "I didn't think it was possible to make so much change in such little time." Now, the best thing about this system is that first of all, it taps deep into your subconscious to find a vision of the world that resonates so deeply with you that it drags you forwards. Number 2, it allows you to make radical change even if you failed millions of times before. And number 3, it's based on proven results. And not just from me and not just from my clients, but I've now had literally thousands of comments on my YouTube channel, and I get thousands of emails every month. And I've been paying very close attention to the things that are working for people and the things that are a waste of time. And that feedback is the thing that created this system, as well as my own personal experience and as well as the results that my clients have been getting. Now, people that want to live an awe-inspiring life fall into 2 categories: the grinders. And these are people who spend heaps and heaps of time and energy trying to make positive change, only to fall back into old habits. The second group of people are the high flyers, and these are the people who are absolutely crushing it. They're easily turning into incredible people and doing amazing things with seemingly no barriers. And I've spent an insane amount of time trying to figure out what makes some people become incredibly fit and healthy, charismatic, attractive, confident, and build an incredible life, while other people seem to be stuck in a vicious loop and can't seem to get out of it. And it's not the family they're born into, or the country they're born into, or it's not their childhood experiences. In fact, the difference is that high flyers always have 2 key things in place, while the grinders only have one of those 2 key things, and most often they have none of those 2 key things. And the truth is, if you have both of these things, your life will become very easy, and you're almost guaranteed to live a life that fills you with pride and joy. And the best way I can explain this to you is with the story of how the Wright brothers invented the world's first flying aeroplane. So back in 1903, the race was on all around the world to invent the first plane that could fly, and most people became utterly obsessed with the engine. People started building larger and larger engines with more and more horsepower and strapping them onto planes, completely ignoring the aerodynamics in the wings. Well, this resulted in some of the fanciest, most powerful engines the world had ever seen, but it also resulted in planes that couldn't get off the ground and were great to look at but completely useless. But the Wright brothers took a different approach. While the whole world was obsessed with engines, the Wright brothers obsessed with the plane and its aerodynamics. They first focused on a plane that could glide without an engine, and then when they had the recipe right, they strapped an ordinary engine to it, and the world's first flying plane was invented. Now I want you to pause for a moment and let this next point really sink in, because it's a big one, and it's almost the exact opposite to what everyone else out there is feeding you. Because today in the self-development space, we are repeating the history of the engine obsession. Most people are obsessed with doing different things and completely ignoring the most important parts of the equation, which are finding out what they actually want with their life and changing themselves into the kind of person that easily achieves that kind of life. Most people are obsessed and frenzied over the latest new trend or the latest productivity hack, when in reality they are strapping a larger and more powerful engine to a fundamentally flawed plane. Now remember when I told you that the people who are killing it have 2 things in common that the grinders don't? And this is actually the 2-step system that I've been talking about this whole time. Well, those 2 things are, number 1, a crystal clear, compelling and believable vision, and number 2, a system that turns them into the kind of person that achieves that vision. It's as simple as that. Because it comes down to this. Just like when you're going on a road trip, if you don't know exactly where you want to go, you'll never get there. And there's no point even considering what method or vehicle you're going to use to get there until you know exactly where you want to go. Now let's get down to business and show you exactly how you can get this predictable system for turning your dreams into a reality, starting today. And there's two things and only two things that matter in self-development. Finding your vision, turning yourself into the kind of person that will easily achieve that vision. And using that knowledge, if you're not on the trajectory that you're happy with, then let me ask you these two questions. Number one, exactly what have you done in the past 7 days to pinpoint your vision? And number two, exactly what have you done in the past 7 days to change yourself into someone that will easily reach your vision? You see, the high flyers of self-development, the ones who breeze through life and do incredible things, they do these two things. They all have a proven method of finding their vision. And they all have a proven system for turning themselves into someone that reaches that vision. And whilst the grinders are out there looking to pull a rabbit out the hat and hoping they'll stumble across something life-changing on YouTube, whilst in a pit of self-doubt and laziness, the high flyers are taking proven steps to manufacture a life that they love. So what does this system look like? Well, it starts with being able to shut your eyes and almost teleport into your vision, seeing it almost as realistically as your real life and letting the intense, overwhelming emotions consume you and engulf you. And it's important that the vision is incredibly compelling but still believable. If you don't have the belief that you'll reach it, you just won't try, so it's got to be believable. And we do this through a couple of different strategies that are all designed to reach into your subconscious and look around for the things that really set you on fire. And after we've unlocked that, we've got to pinpoint and clearly define your character. You see, you're not one fixed identity. No one's one fixed identity. You have a mind that can grow and adapt. That's why humans are the greatest evolutionary predator ever on this planet. So we need to pin down your exact character now, as if we're shoving it against a wall and inspecting it with a magnifying glass and just pinpointing everything about it. Why are we doing this? Because when we define who your character is now, then we know the exact gap between who you are now and the person you'll need to become in order to easily achieve your vision and harvest all of the mind-boggling benefits that will come with that. And once it's defined, it gets easy. All that's left to do is just get one step closer to that person every day, and in no time sharp you'll be that person. You'll get those things, the vision that you've always dreamed of, you'll get them, you'll become that person, and you'll reap all of those benefits. And the result of executing this correctly is that you'll have a system that will let you create your dream life, giving you confidence and making you more attractive, and practically forcing yourself to reach your potential. And yeah, the things you'll get along the way will be nice, the money, the girlfriend, the confidence, the energy, but I'm telling you, the most rewarding thing is the person that you'll become. That is on a completely different level of fulfillment. And you will finally have the accelerator pedal that moves your lives forwards when and where you need it. Now, to execute this system correctly, you need to get 4 things in alignment, and I refer to this as cracking the code. These 4 things are the new mindset, identity, vision, and rituals. And when you have these 4 things in alignment, you can unlock the code and have incredible results. Just like Tom Gates. Tom started with me when he was working minimum wage in IKEA. Now he's quit that job, got into real estate, and he's now worth well over £1 million. And he's also engaged to his best friend of 5 years. His wedding's in a couple months and I'm actually invited. But Tom stopped settling for life, and he finally grabbed life by the horns. Now again, you have to have the right system to be able to do this and get these results. You could do it the hard way, which is like going up to a lock and trying to guess the code. But did you know that there's over 10,000 possible combinations on a 4-digit lock? Well, you can try and crack it yourself, and who knows, maybe you'll come across the combination that works in a year or 2 or 3, but most probably never. Or you can do it the easy way and just get the code to unlock it, and get the results immediately, And that's what I've been working tirelessly on for ages now. And I finally cracked it. And my clients' results can speak for themselves. But now you're probably thinking, how can I get this system? Well, right now I'm looking for a few more of my dream clients, when I can help them get those incredible results I've shared with you. That's why for a limited time, I'd like to work with you in a free strategy session if you meet this criteria. And again, you can apply for a free strategy session, but only if you meet this criteria. First of all, you are serious about making dramatic change in your life. And you may think this is a bit of a joke one, but I'm completely serious. I've jumped on the phone with some people and it's clear that they just don't want it badly enough. They're not willing to make the changes that they need to make a dramatic change in the results they get in life. Number 2, you're willing to have some skin in the game and you understand that you need to invest time and money in order to take your life to the next level. Number 3, you're ready to take action instead of just consuming content. And number 4, you're willing to take responsibility for your life and stop making excuses. Now, knowing that we're a good fit for each other is crucial to me because I like to get all of my clients' results and work with them for the long run. And for that to happen, I've got to make quick change in my clients' works. And the truth is that there are some people who I actually can't help. And if that's the case, I'll be 100% upfront with you and I'll suggest an alternative because I'm only looking for those who are a good fit and I'm certain that I can get results for. So the first step is to complete an application for that free private strategy session below. This application is completely necessary to determine that, first of all, I can help you and that I'm the best person to help you transform your life. And number 2, that you're ready to step up, commit, take action and do the work required to generate these results. And after you've filled out that application, you'll be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your free personal strategy session with me personally. And I need to mention here that I will not give a strategy session to everyone who fills out an application because I just don't have the time for that. So I completely reserve the right to cancel any strategy session if I feel like we're not a good fit. And to be honest, that's just to save us both time. And to avoid this happening, make sure that you fill out an application form honestly and with as much detail as you can. And on this strategy session, we're going to really start working together to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible. And then at the end of the strategy session, one of 2 things will happen. First of all, you'll either be a good fit and I'll extend an invitation to work with me, and I'll extend you an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or if it's not a good fit, that's completely okay. There's no hard feelings, no obligations or anything like that. I'll recommend you to someone else. Either way, you'll receive an insanely valuable strategy session and will walk away with clarity as to where you are right now and what's holding you back from achieving the results that you want. Now that, together with the exact next steps necessary to take action and break through your barriers, you'll get all of that on this free strategy session. And it will most likely be the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in yourself this year. So go ahead and complete your application now and we'll see if we're a good fit for each other. Now, due to the intense one-on-one time needed in order to provide you with these results, and because I said before, I only work with clients who I'm certain that I can bring results to, I can only work with 5 clients at the same time. And as of recording this video, 3 of those spots are taken, and I'm looking to fill the last 2 as quickly as possible. So with that being said, please understand that the window of opportunity won't be available for long, and what I found is that those who have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are the most likely to get results and are the most likely to become my best clients and crush it together for years to come. So if you feel like this is right for you, then go ahead and apply right now. So go ahead and fill out that application right now.